YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel on the web for all things geeky and cool. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to a brand new statue review. This particular review I've been holding off for quite a while, been talking about it. This bad boy right here, this huge honking box that you see before me, I had to pull my camera so far back to get this into shot. So what are we talking about? If you guys haven't figured it out yet, we're looking at the Sideshow Collectibles Green Lantern John Stewart premium format statue. That's a mouthful, say that 3 times fast. Now I've been dying to review this thing with you guys. And as you may or may not know, if you're new to my channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, please smash that subscribe button right now. I'm a massive Green Lantern fan, and this statue delivers in spades. It's an awesome, awesome statue. But I want to showcase off the box first so you can see kind of what it looks like and talk about the team that brought this statue together. I have all my notes here. So this statue came out, I believe, in end of 2018, beginning of 2019. There was a ton of artists who brought this statue to life for Sideshow. Keith Polinsky, who did sculpting, Ian McDonald did design, Alex Pasenko did design, Adam Smith, Chadwick Anderson, Bernardo Esquivel did a paint on it, Matt Mullen did design, Zach Rowan did design, and Andrew Huerta did design on this statue. Now you're going to ask, what is the price point of this statue? It comes in about $600 US. This is a high-end, high-demand statue with a very low piece count. And this is the premium format figure design version. There's 2 versions. It's a collector's edition and the premium format. And the real difference is one piece, which we'll talk about that shortly. It is the portrait. That's what they call the head sculpts. They're called portraits. It comes with an additional portrait, which we'll talk about momentarily. But I want to showcase off the statue for you guys right now. Let's get it in the shot so you can see what it looks like. It's a really, really cool box. It's really, really big. I want to say it's at least 20, maybe 23, 24 inches tall. The back of the box looks really good. This is really where the money is here. That's, of course, the John Stewart statue, which we'll talk about momentarily. And the other side of the packaging is right here. This was limited. The premium format one was limited to 500 pieces US. Let's get this guy on the table and really talk about the John Stewart statue right now. All right, guys, we have our Sideshow Collectibles Green Lantern John Stewart premium format figure out of packaging. And this is an awesome, awesome statue. I highly, highly recommend it if you're a Green Lantern fan, if you're a John Stewart fan, if you're trying to put together a Justice League diorama with that really cool Doomsday that Sideshow came out with about a year ago. This piece is for you. And it's a really, really cool piece. The musculature, the attention to detail, the really cool construct gun here, which is an attachment right here, which we'll talk about that momentarily. Let's talk about, again, the price point. This thing costs about $600 US for the exclusive collector's edition, which we'll, again, talk about the variant head sculpt, or the portrait it's called. Let's talk about the size first before we go any further. This thing is big. It's about 20.5 inches in height. It's about 13 inches in width across the entire base here. And it's about 20 inches in depth, mainly because his leg is stretched out. I don't know if you can really see it, which I'll showcase. His back leg right here is really stretched out in up-close shot, so you can see how he's in this really cool pose like this. It's a very cool dynamic pose. I love the attention to detail. Now, when you pull this out of the box, again, that really, really big box we showcased earlier, he comes with one piece, which is this kind of asteroid piece. John himself is another piece, which is an anchor point, which is just one anchor that plugs in. There's another piece, which is a little green piece right here, which attaches to the base. When you snap that in place, because his gun, this big construct gun, comes attached to the figure itself. And this piece here slips on and off, this construct green piece, which basically has a plug point here. You can see the really cool Green Lantern logo in the front right there. So all you really do is just snap that into the gun barrel, and you are good to go. Now, I've had a little bit of problems with this, where if I haven't pushed it in all the way, it has fallen out and fell. Luckily, I have not cracked it yet. I'm very, very thankful about that, because I've had broken other Sideshow collectible statues before, because they're extremely delicate. This does take up a rather large footprint. It's very, very big and extremely heavy. Do I like it? Absolutely. And again, the attention to detail is phenomenal here. Again, it comes in 5 parts, basically. You got the base, the figure, this little hook piece, this little curve I mentioned a second ago, snaps in. I love his hand. If you look really closely here, his hand is sort of glowing to give the effect of the ring glowing off of the figure itself. This portion right here, this sort of hook, is a different color to kind of give the illusion like the ring is emitting power or energy. I really like that attention to detail. This is a phenomenal statue. First, let's take a look look at the head, the original head. This is the collector's edition head sculpt. I love this head sculpt, this portrait as they call it here. It looks really, really good. I'll take some up close shots of it so you can see it. The fade on top, it looks like a real person's head. I mean, the Sideshow artist did just a bang up job to bring this to life. I love the attention to detail, the color, the tone, the little vein that's popping out on his head, the green eyes. If you're not familiar, really Jon Stewart kind of had his claim to fame with Justice League Unlimited cartoon. That's where he really shined. But what really sells me on this statue is not this head sculpt, but this one, this angry head sculpt. This changed the entire dynamics of the statue. I'll kind of plug it in so you can see what I'm talking about. When you pop it in right there, it really changes the look and feel of this statue. I love the way this statue looks now with that screaming head sculpt because of the amount of power and energy he's trying to building up. Because John, if you're not familiar with Jon Stewart, he is a Marine and he's an architect, so he has a lot of attention to detail, very intricate constructs, and that's why this gun here, this huge honking cannon, looks so good. Let's take a look at that head sculpt again, that portrait. It looks so good. If you compare the two, just night and day difference. This is what really sold us on this one, is this head sculpt looks really, really good. That screaming head sculpt just changes the entire dynamics of this piece. I love the way it looks here. I've got it snapped into place here. 1 second. There we go. And it just looks so much better with that head sculpt in place. I really highly recommend this statue. It is not cheap, as I mentioned before. It's about $600 US for the collector's edition. Excuse me, for a premium format edition. The collector's edition only gets this head sculpt. You only get this with the rest of the statue. The only difference is this additional portrait. That's what the kind of additional perk is. The price between just the collector's edition and the premium format is about $15 US. I highly recommend going for the premium format. Now, if you get the collector's edition, it's limited to 1,000 pieces. The premium format one is limited to 500 pieces. So about half the amount of them are allocated with this additional head sculpt. And so, I mean, I would definitely spend the additional money to get the premium format one night and day over the collector's edition. It looks so much better. I highly, highly recommend the premium format Jon Stewart Green Lantern Sideshow Collectible statues. If you're looking to purchase a Green Lantern statue, again, you want to ask that question, are you a Green Lantern fan? Do you like Jon Stewart? If you're doing, let's say, a third piece with the diorama, as I mentioned, for Justice League, this statue may be up your alley. I do hope you like this video review, again, of the Sideshow Collectibles Green Lantern Jon Stewart premium format figure. Remember to click the like button at the bottom of the page. Click the subscribe button. When you click the subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified of my latest videos. Of course, last but not least, you can click Windows over here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. See you next video, and bye-bye.